Hello and welcome. Today, I want to share a really beautiful story with you about a small cloud named Coco. Now, it's a simple tale, but trust me, it's packed with some powerful ideas about facing our fears, how we think about change, and, well, where we can find real happiness.
So, every good story starts by meeting the main character, right? We get to see them in their normal, happy world. So, let's go meet Coco.
And here she is, meet Coco. Just a cheerful, fluffy little cloud living her best life way up high, floating around in the sunshine. I mean, look at her. She's the very picture of contentment.
Her life was, pretty simple and just full of joy. She'd spend her days literally just floating on the breeze, kind of playing tag with the wind, and just watching that colorful little world spread out way, way down below. For Coco, life was good.
But as our story continues, we start to see that not everything is quite as bright and happy as Coco's life up in the sky. There's a real problem brewing down on the ground.
So for Coco, that bright beaming sun is a source of warmth and happiness. But way down below, that exact same sun is telling a totally different story. For the Earth, it's not bringing any comfort. It's just making things thirstier and thirstier, cracking the ground and baking the soil totally dry.
And you can really see the impact of this thirst. It's actually heartbreaking. Flowers that should be standing tall are all droopy and their colors are fading. The rivers have shrunk down to almost nothing, and all the animals just look exhausted, totally drained by the heat. The whole world down there is practically begging for rain.
Okay, so the solution seems simple, right? A cloud can bring rain. But for our friend Coco, it is not that easy at all. And this brings us to her biggest, deepest worry. And there it is. Her first reaction is just pure fear. From Coco's point of view, to rain means to stop existing. To let go of all her water is to let go of herself. To just disappear. And honestly, that's a terrifying thought for anyone. Just then, a voice of wisdom shows up. This is Nimbus, a bigger, older cloud who gets how the world works. He sees the problem down below, and he gently tells Coco what her purpose is. The Earth needs us. But look at her face. She is terrified. She is not convinced, not one bit.
Now, Nimbus does something really brilliant here. He doesn't argue with her fear. Instead, he offers her a whole new way of looking at it. He explains that raining isn't the end. It's just a transformation. It's not about disappearing. It's about changing and becoming part of a cycle that means she'll come back. That's a powerful idea, isn't it? That giving of yourself isn't a loss. It's just part of life's bigger story.
So, Nimbus's words are wise, for sure. But is wisdom enough to overcome a fear that big? Coco is still really unsure. It's going to take something a little more personal to push her to make a truly courageous choice.
And this is the turning point. Because an abstract idea like the thirsty earth is one thing, but seeing this one tiny, struggling bird, that makes the problem completely real and personal for Coco. She can see a single life that she has the power to help right here, right now.
That one little bird just changes everything. And with this quiet strength, she makes her decision. It's not some loud, heroic shout. It's just a simple, heartfelt whisper. I want to help. She takes a deep breath, getting ready to face her biggest fear.
And so, she does it. She takes that deep breath and she lets go. The very first tiny drops of rain start to fall. In this one moment, Coco does the thing she was most afraid of, all because she chose compassion over her own comfort.
So, what happens when Coco faces her fear? Does she actually disappear? Well, what comes next is a truly amazing transformation, not just for the Earth, but for Coco herself.
The effect is immediate, and it's like magic. As her rain touches the ground, the whole world just comes alive again. The flowers stand up tall, the rivers start to sparkle, and the animals are practically dancing with joy. She can actually see the good she's doing right as it's happening.
And what about her greatest fear? The fear of disappearing? It was totally wrong. Nimbus was right all along. She's still here. The worst-case scenario that had kept her so afraid, it just wasn't true.
But something even more amazing happens. She doesn't just survive it. She is transformed by it. Instead of feeling empty from giving so much of herself away, she feels lighter, fuller, happier than she's ever felt before. It's the great paradox of giving, right? The things she thought would destroy her actually made her complete.
And that feeling, it creates a permanent change inside her. This one act of courage just completely dissolved her fear, for good. She finally understands that her purpose isn't just to float around happily in the sky, but to be part of something so much bigger. By helping the world below, she found the very best part of herself.
And that brings us right to the heart of the story. The lesson is so simple, but so powerful. Sometimes the things that scare us the most, especially when it comes to giving to others, are the very things that bring the most joy, not just to the people we help, but right back to us.
So as we finish up, I'll just leave you with this to think about. Can you think of a time, big or small, when you decided to help someone, even if you were a little bit nervous to do it? How did that make you feel? Coco's story is just a great reminder that kindness is a gift that we give to others, that somehow always finds its way back to us. Thanks so much for listening.